What is up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Joel. This is the Chop Shop Podcast. I got to my right.
Queen G, your girl.
What's happening? What's happening,
Hey.
Queen G? Okay, this is a good one right here. Not only have I known this guy for a very long time, but this guy right here is somebody in the community who does a lot of great things. I mean, constantly, he's a giver, right? But this guy is also a chef. He's an entrepreneur. He is a community leader. He is all these things. We're going to tap into all these things right here. You're going to be seeing him a lot because he is, as of right now, in the running for, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's called My Favorite Chef with Carla Hall. We all know that Food Network channel. You know, I need everybody to get make some noise for my boy Michael Quick right here.
Good looking, good looking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what, man? Like, I hate looking at your stuff because I get hungry right away. You know what I mean? Like, I was hoping you were gonna bring some. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm supposed to bring cookies.
you still can.
See, I told you. I knew he was
We'll
gonna-
push pause and we'll just wait until you get back.
and come back with cookies.
Nah, man. Well, thank you for coming, bro.
Man, I
You
appreciate
know what I mean?
it, man.
I know, like, you know, when we started putting this show together, I said this in another episode. I had a wish list, right,
Yep.
of all the people that I want on this show. You were on there, bro. You were like top 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, gotta have my guy on here
Yes, sir.
because there's a lot that we got to talk about.
Oh yeah, we've been doing a lot.
Yeah,
over the years, like-
we've done a lot. You have done a lot. You know what I mean? And now
I just
you're
keep growing.
and you're even doing more now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we gotta get into that. So first of all, let's talk about this competition that you are currently in right now. This is big. I need you to break it down for me. What it is, what it's all about, and what comes with this competition. So can you break it down for me?
Yeah. So what it is, it's Carla Hall's favorite chef, and it's an online based competition right away. She put it out there on Facebook. She put it on Instagram. I mean, they got so many people to sign up and just be like, you know, I can cook, I can do this, I can do that. They build a profile, like whatever you apply, and then like I did it. I put the application in January, so I didn't even know what it was gonna happen. I thought it was like a little Facebook scam, like whatever, just to get your information. And then like here it comes in May. I got an email, access granted, and I was like,
Ooh.
excuse me, wait. Access granted. Like,
You thought it was like a spam or something?
yeah, bro. So I was like, hold on. It was like, so start off by making a profile. So like, you know, I made a profile, like whatever. I thought it was cool. So I made the profile. There's nothing comes of it. Like 3-4 days later, another email. Bam. Hey, check out your dashboard. It's like, hey, welcome, Michael. And I was like, whoa, he said my name. Hold on. Like this is legit. Like
It's like answer our email back.
yeah,
Hurry up.
Yeah, answer the email. Yeah.
Reply.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I was like, okay. So then they run you through all the rules, regulations, and everything, you know. Then they send you another email with like all the breakdown of like how many rounds, top 20, top 15, all the dates and everything. Then they run you through all the rules. And so at the very, very end, there's not just one winner, there's 2. So you got the grand prize winner who wins, you know, the title of favorite chef. And then you got Carla's pick. She picks her favorite plating. So whoever can plate it and make it look all fancy with the little sprinkle Salt Bay on it, like, you know, and like, so whoever does that. So the winner though gets $25K. You get to be on the cover of Taste of Home magazine. And then you also get a trip for 2, fully inclusive. I mean, the whole 9, the flight, the rental, the food, the hotel, everything. All the way to New York, to go cook that winning dish with Carla Hall.
Ooh.
Bro, I don't even care if I got to 25K. I just want to go cook. Like, shoot me just that. Like,
Well,
you know?
okay, so this competition has been around for a while.
So, like, okay, this is the 3rd season.
Okay, so,
So
this is kind of somewhat new,
Yeah.
but it's big. It's taken off.
The first season originally started because of COVID.
So this is like American Idol, but for food.
Yeah. You basically, yeah. So, like I said,
So
it
she's
started,
Simon Cowell. So she's the one that tells you like your food's whack.
Yeah.
She tells you it's
Bro,
trash. Go
yeah,
home.
This is a lot easier for me because I ain't got to be in front of that table of people
Yeah,
that told
yeah,
me,
yeah.
like, man, there was no salt on
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
I was like, bro, I salted yours. Like, you know.
Wow. No, that's cool, man. Well, one, like we all love to cook here. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I love to cook. Food channels, food networks are like so popping because, you know, they have so many different type of competitions. There's barbecue competitions. There's
Barbecue Showdown on Netflix, baby.
that show, bro.
Bro, don't watch that. Not hungry. Don't watch that hungry. You'll be out to barbecue at midnight.
Yeah, I gained like 20 pounds just by watching that show.
That show
but,
killed me, dog.
But I love that show, man. I love that show. I love the ones that what is the other ones where the like the master chefs compete with each other? Which one's that?
Yes, you're talking about
can't
Top Chef.
Top
Top
Chef.
Chef.
Top
Oh,
Chef.
yeah.
That
Top
one's
Chef.
hard. That one's really hard. But no, like the Food Network is tight because there's so many different types. Like they have like those baking competition, and they even have one, bro, where it's the worst chef. Who's the worst chef?
No. It's America's Worst Cooks. I already know because I
Yeah.
also applied for that show like 17 and a half times. Like, you know,
Oh, okay.
bro,
well, probably because you're not a bad cook.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
either that, yeah. But I was just like, I would have went on, and they would have been like, "Man, you cheating." I was
Yeah,
like,
I think I seen an episode one time where some girl put like spaghetti noodles and she put like cut up hot dogs in it and
Yes.
just throw them in a pot and was like, "Oh yeah, this is what I eat." I'm like, "Dang."
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
then
mean?
that same girl's the one who won.
Oh,
You know what
for
I mean?
real?
Was it?
Yes, bro. Like, yes. I'm telling you. So if you go in my Zoe Grace, if you go on her Netflix profile, you see trolls and cooking shows, and that's all it is. Is it cake? Is it cooking shows? Top Chef, Master Chef? It don't matter. It, like cut, like chopped, everything.
Yeah.
And then some trolls, and that's it. But that for a 9-year-old little girl, that's all she got is cooking shows. So if I
Dang.
ever get bored or I want to find it instead of like fighting the algorithm, I'll just go to Zoe's profile.
Right.
Because she got them all.
And you know what's crazy is that like I said, we have known each other for a very long time, bro.
I'm very long. Like,
How many years?
Like 33 years. like, like 30.
I don't do the math and how old we are, okay?
Like
Don't do
30
the math.
Like
Don't do the math.
Like 30. Like 32 years. Like 30. Like almost 32.
I'm talking
years.
like red light, green light. That's how far we go
Bro.
back. Red light, green light.
We talking about like Flintstone
Pity
phone.
pat.
Like
No.
Flintstone phone. Yep.
We go far. Yeah, we go
Yep.
that far back. No, but it's crazy because you always have talked about the Food Network.
Yes.
Like I remember you used to say like I'm gonna get on that one day.
I'm gonna get on that.
I'm gonna get on that
bro.
one day, and then sure
He
enough,
spoke it into existence.
and here
I
we
sure
are.
did. I,
Like he straight up manifested
he
this,
did.
yeah.
and that's crazy. But that's what you got
Words
to
are
do
powerful.
sometimes.
Yes,
You
words
gotta-
are powerful.
Yeah, you gotta believe that it's gonna happen. You know what I
Right.
mean, you gotta tell yourself that that's what it's gonna do.
Yeah, man. That's so dope. I remember when you told me about it, I was like, oh, this is you. This is like this competition suits you
Yeah.
because it's not really just about like food. It's about personality too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This guy, he's got nothing but personality. He could win it on personality alone. You know what I mean? Like for reals. You know what I mean? But
That's why I like it because there was this one show was the next Food Network's not Next Star or Next Food Network Star or whatever. You know, so they go in and they give each person their own style to try to get their own food show. You know, well, my idol forever and ever. I follow all his stuff. I do. I mean, like, dude, I have idolized him since I started the food album. And like that's why like from the very first thing, like, what's up? It's your boy, Admin One, right here on the food album. Like I got that from this guy, and it's the Sandwich King.
oh, I thought you were gonna say me.
No,
Oh,
no, man. Don't-
DJ.
That's all right, man.
It's okay. No, you tried.
The overall goal of the food album.
The
yeah.
overall goal.
Yeah, the overall goal, like the full vision, because you already know what you wanted it to be, right? And then
Yeah.
what it is now. Now, what is it that you want to be further on out? Like,
Okay,
what is
so
it you want it to be?
What I'm trying to create this family. Okay, so I'm trying to create something where we all work together to get further along. We're all gonna like. One of the things I always ask people, like when I go do interviews with business owners or whatever, is like, how did you go from nowhere to now here? You know, you hear it, it sounds cool, but when you write it, they're spelled nowhere, now here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did you go from nowhere, which would be like us, like we're just little HD, you know, like desert rats, you know,
Right.
and now you're now here.
Right.
You know what I mean? How did you do that? So I want you to be able to tell the story and tell the journey. Food album is where you bring strangers, complete strangers, together as family.
You know what I
with
like
just by
about the
using
food album is that it's very positive.
That's all it is.
There's like no negativity on there. Like you know how like social media you got your people doing comments
your
and
trolls
this
and
you're
your, like,
trolling.
yeah.
It's none of that. It is straight just positivity. I love it.
And the difference, what separates us from anybody else, like besides that whole family vibe where we're just like, good job, sis, good job, bro. That looks like, hey, next time try this or whatever. I got no rules on there. You know, like, the only rule is don't bring the drama.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no rules. So it's like you got like R-rated memes, post that. I don't whatever. You know, like you got like crazy pictures or whatever,
Yeah.
post that. You got your
Right.
burnt chicken that was no good, and there's a bite taken out of the mac and cheese. Post that too. Like, all right, man, it was bomb, but I got halfway through it. You know what I mean? So
I gotta ask you, like being in the food industry and also the social media industry and all that, what is your perspective on the power of food alone? Like what? How powerful and impactful can just food be?
massive. I'm telling you, because like, okay, one of the things I put on my profile on this favorite chef thing was that they're like, why do you think you should become the favorite chef? You know, like what separates you, what makes you different? And I was like, well, because I push all the cultural boundaries. Like no matter what, if you look like with this food album, what I intend to do is to attack the whole world. Okay. I am trying to change the world one hungry tummy at a time. You know, I'm coming
catchy.
at it. You know what I mean? So like it's
That's what I'm
it's
talking
one hungry
about.
tummy
Yeah,
at a
like,
time.
I
If I
mean-
can go out and feed that person, we can go out and do this, or we can just change that smile.
Kind of like pay it forward type of thing.
Kind of like pay it forward, right? Like, so, okay, if you go to the gas station and you make that one person smile, if you walked in and told the cashier, like, thank you, beautiful, have a nice day, you made her smile, that's one person.
Yeah.
Okay. And so if she goes home and makes her husband smile because you made her have a good day, you affected two people.
Exactly.
If you do that and everybody does it, like just think about that homeless event. You know what I mean? Like we affect so many people, which will ripple effect into so many more people. Eventually, we'll get to 7 billion in no time.
Definitely,
That-
it
that
becomes
whole
it
world.
becomes contagious.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes, it
mean.
does.
Like once people get that
Giving
vibe
back.
back and seeing the outcome,
Yeah.
it makes you want to do more of it. You know. So I want to go back to the competition thing a little bit. Let's talk Carla Hall.
Okay.
Carla Hall, everybody. Okay, look,
That's bro. I've been
I mean, Carla
studying
Hall
and studying.
is a straight icon.
Icon.
Because
Huge.
because I remember Carla Hall being on those shows from like years ago. Oh man, it was kind of like the View kind of thing, but it was what was it called, Matt? The Chew.
The Chew.
Chew.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
She was on the Chew, and I mean, the show was dope, right? But her personality was like, she stood out.
Yeah.
A great cook, a chef. She's also known for being like a great host, personality. And it's interesting that you are, you know, in the whole midst of this whole thing because you're the same way. And I look at you two, right? And I'm kind of like, man, I hope that you really get voted to be on this because I feel like you two together
Would click.
would click.
Yeah.
Because you guys are very similar.
Yeah.
You guys are very, you know, energetic. You guys are very positive and all that. And I look at you two and I'm like, dang, that'd be a really dope show.
Well,
Like
that's
just them two alone.
like, see,
yeah.
I even when I found out like it's Carla Hall's favorite chef, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, cool. And then it's like, oh, and there's the other winner. Like, just in case you don't win, it's Carla's pick. I'm like, oh, really? I went in, did all the research. I'm like, cool. First thing that I had my shadow coach, my secret weapon in the back pocket. First thing she showed me how to make is one of Carla Hall's favorites. It's the one that took Gordon Ramsay by surprise. He literally grabbed the bowl and ran off stage and went and ate it backstage so nobody else could have some when she presented it on MasterChef is a lemon trifle.
Oh wow.
Bro, so this lemon curd that she makes, like Carla Hall's all about that lemon curd.
Yeah.
So she's like, first thing I'm gonna teach you is this. She goes, because then when you get to Carla, I'm like, man, you sound just like my daughter. Like when you win, daddy. I'm like, I just keep
So
that.
that's what your daughter's saying. She
Yeah.
ain't saying, you know, if we win
No.
or if this happens.
yeah.
She's saying win.
Win.
No. It has not even been like, if this happens, daddy, what's next? No, it's direct. She shot me straight to
Yeah.
the end. Like she was just like, so I'm like, well, it's $25,000 and a magazine. And she's like, so when you win, daddy, like that. I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, like immediately. So it's like,
Let's
when
clap it up. Let's clap it up for your daughter for just
Let's
bringing-
go,
for just being
Zozo.
just being that backbone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's support because man, when your kids are telling you stuff like that, you feel like you could do anything.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. If they're like, "Good job, Dad," I'm like, "Thanks."
You're
man."
like,
"Yeah."
"All
and then
right."
Yeah.
As soon as they walk away, and the popsicle stick thing falls, and you're just
Yeah.
like, "I'll hawk glue it."
But also, your kids are very honest.
Yes,
but
they are.
the innocence.
They'll
and the
tell
honesty.
you
Number
when
one
you're
critic.
whack. Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. They'll be the ones that be like, I don't like it. No,
Yeah.
or this and that. Oh, my dad did this last night. You're like, hey, chill out.
Yeah, that's cool, but your hair is kind of funny. But we can still go. Wait, whoa, hold on. Like, yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So that.
How much of the personality X factor in competitions? Like, of course, you want to have your techniques and your skills of cooking, but personality wise, we talk about this all the time. About like some people got it and some people just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
That's real.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
like,
absolutely.
Like, you know how many like talented artists I've met that are so talented, but they don't got no personality.
Right. No.
And some people are just like got all the personality, all the star quality, but not very talented.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
or
what I mean?
they can't hold a conversation.
So when it comes to food competitions, how much is personality such an X factor in these things? Like how much of that are you going to put into it?
it's actually key. You know what I mean? So like, let's say
More
you
than
watch.
food? More than actual food?
No. It is just as the food. Like
Oh,
just
okay.
as much as food.
So it's,
okay?
it's dead even.
So if I okay, for example, let's say I can hand you a plate of like chicken breast and some greens and some mashed potatoes on your paper plate, right? Bam. Now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna get this China plate. It's like a perfectly little clean white plate with the little ridges on the side, and I take the chicken breast and I sprinkle like the mango salsa on the top, and then I make the greens, but I sprinkle bacon bits on there too, and then the mashed potatoes I use the red ones and I leave the skin on it, but then when I plop it on the plate, I do the little spoon with the
Presentation.
like the
See-
the presentation, right? The
Yes.
plating. So now, when I set it in front of you, it's the same exact thing. the mango salsa, the bacon, everything's all in it. But that is not only on a paper plate, but I just slapped it on there and said, here, go give that to the kid. Or I gave you this one. I was like, here, Carla. Like, what's the difference? Personality.
Exactly.
The personality is
you
not
put
just
personality
on the plate.
On
So
the
that's
plate.
the food. Your personality is key, especially for a competition like this, because it's all online based. So they want your recipe, they want your ingredients, which is all. So there's your wording, like, and you know me, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna embellish the heck out of it.
I feel like that's your niche, bro. Is personality. Like you said, it's key because when it comes to food, people are very, very like about methods.
Right.
Science. It's like a science to them.
Well, like if I
or
was
some
on a
people
You-
think it's like art.
If I was on a YouTube short, you will scroll right past somebody like, today we're making this. If you put it like like I'm gonna swipe right real quick, But like if I'm on there like, what's up, man? It's your boy right here on the hashtag
That's
food.
right.
Check
Yeah.
out this dish that Jewels himself said the dish was fire.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring you in. You're gonna stop and listen to me.
Yeah.
Like and I'm gonna make those chicken nuggets sound so fire. And then by the time you get to the end of the short, it's just chicken nuggets. You're like, man, I'm hungry, dog. Like, and that's it. Like, but I made you want those nuggets.
Yeah,
though.
it was
It's all about that
it was the way that you
presentation.
presented it. It was the way
It's selling ice to Eskimo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
I'm
sure.
that's how I plan on winning this is the video presentation part, the behind the camera, because these skilled culinary restaurant owner, Michelin star people that are on the show that are also gunning for it with me, like, more power to you. Like I tell everybody, I have followed and liked all of these competitors. As many as I can find, I follow, like them, and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm rooting for you. I'm not voting for you, but I'm rooting for you.
Right.
But I always, the first thing I say to them is, hey, bro, I'll see you at the top. Because I'm in this, but I'm climbing this mountain and I ain't stopping until I get
People
to the
got to
top.
remember it's still competition.
Yep.
Still competition.
You still got to have that that competitive edge.
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
But
it's all good being,
the camaraderie is
the
there.
camaraderie is always there, but there's ways you could balance it.
Yeah.
There's ways you could keep that and still have that competitive edge.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in it to win it, like you said,
Yeah.
then you're in the wrong.
Right. But if
Exactly.
You're in the wrong situation.
If your Michelin star restaurant chef is in this competition and you're like super proud of him and everything and good job, man, you're going to get this. That's cool. But if he's standing there like this and just chopping it and explaining what he's doing in ingredients, but I'm over here with absolutely no Michelin, nothing except for my Michelin tires. You know what I mean?
And you're
I got,
hyping it up.
And I got my knives from Walmart.
Right.
And I'm sitting here on my half split up wood cutting board.
Yeah.
But I'm over here and I'm letting you buy it. You're gonna buy my ice before you buy that ice.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's all about personality.
Man, that's cool, man. Well, like you got our full support. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I remember when you called me about it and you were super excited. And I was like, this is him like
I don't even know if
this is him like an hour later. What was the reaction when you first found out that you were gonna be in this?
That's right. I don't even know if you got like 10 whole words in on that whole hour-long conversation. Because I was
I
just
tried. I was trying, but
yeah, I was just, and then you'd ask me a question, and I was just
Yeah.
like, wait, I was pumped.
all I heard was Food
just-
Network, Carter Hall. That's all I heard.
Yeah, he was like, wait,
And I was
you
like,
made it?
all right, let's do this.
Yeah. So I was actually sitting in the backyard, like hanging out with the dog. The dog's sitting on my lap, and I get like a ding.
Shout out to the dog.
Yeah,
Hey,
what
dog.
up, doggy?
Hey.
Yeah, so I was like, my dog. No, so I was like, I was chilling in the backyard with the dog, and it was like a middle of the day thing. I got an email, like I said, and when it said the email came up, access granted, I looked, I was like, nah, like this can't be real, So when I filled it out and it was real, I jumped up quick. I threw the dog, like I mean he's fine now, but I threw the dog. The dog was gone. I booked it straight into the house. I mean, I went straight into the house. I sat down. I got comfy, and the first person I called, throw out a guess. Yeah, Zozo,
Daughter.
daughter, immediately.
Number one fan.
Number one
Yes.
fan. Well, like look at woo hoo hoo hoo, dang.
Oh, you got the
you
got the
gotta
chill
zoom
bumps.
in on those,
You got the
man.
chill bumps.
Bro, yeah. Well, and I told her immediately, Daddy made it, and she's like, Daddy made it where? And I'm like, Daddy made it. Like I made it. I'm on a Food Network show. I made it on a cooking show. And she's like, no way. And then I gave her the thing, and she's like, Daddy, when you win, that means we can start the Ballerina Bakery and feed the homeless once a week, like we said. And I'm like,
See, kids don't
Yes.
forget.
They
no,
don't.
but not only that,
They don't
but
forget.
Tell me that that's not a message from the big guy. Like, not only am I
yeah.
gonna win this,
Yes.
but I'm supposed to go do that work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you still got.
Hey, by the way,
purpose.
you told me that you were going to do this. If you had an opportunity, so he's going to provide me the opportunity.
That's right.
He's going to provide me the window. I got to walk through it.
See, that's one thing about you, and I'm telling everybody that's watching this, please follow this guy right here. This guy is a straight giver. This guy is all about making a difference. He's all about making a change. He's all about helping people. You've been like that since I can remember, always, and I got to ask you, Why?
Bro,
What's your why? Why
I know
are you like that?
I know exactly why, and this is why you and me have been like knuckle to knuckle through our whole lives. You know what I mean? Because this is where I get that saying from too. We came from nowhere. We're desert rats, man. We got the bottom of the barrel. We didn't have nothing. We didn't
had
have
to
two
make
pennies.
something out of
You had to
nothing.
make something out of nothing. And bro, if we got to add chicken, like shredded chicken, to our mac and cheese for dinner, bro, I was gonna go tell Jules about it the next day at recess, dog. Like guess what I had? So we came from nowhere, watching our parents like just bust and bust and bust, just
Hard
blood,
working.
sweat, and tears. Both parents, mom and dad, just going and going, just to give us enough. Not even to get what some of these kids got. These like these YouTubers and everything else are like they figured all these things out nowadays, you know. And it's like that's cool. Like you got all that. That's cool. But like, did you have to work for it like we did? You know. Like for me, I want to be the light in everyone else's darkness. You know.
Wow.
Because like if you like if you're walking through your everyday life. And it just seems like, you know, like nothing's going right or it's just another day. That's cool. But like if you go on Food Album, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, and you see me acting wild and crazy, I did my 1 in 7 billion. My 1 in 7 billion. That's all I got to change one. I got to put my one smile on your face a day and let me, that's okay. You can be that smile.
It definitely sounds like a lot of your motivation and your inspiration to be that way comes from humble beginnings.
Yes.
Humble
Of course.
beginnings. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Just,
you know,
to grow up with just enough, to grow up with just not having nothing. You know what I mean? I'm still sitting here. I'm 36 years old. And I only have enough. I'm not dipping in a new rollie or a caddy or nothing.
Right.
Like, no, man. I'm like, no, I have just enough. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm busting to make sure the kids got it. But I make that a little bit of enough seem like banging. Like
and I don't
it
think
is
they noticed,
shiny,
but like
you know?
earlier he talked about $25,000, and he didn't say not one thing about spending it on his own for nothing. He literally said that he wants to try to feed the homeless once a week. Is
Once
that
a week. That's what it. So Zoe Grace said, we have to open up the store. It's a bakery, and once a week, it's free to the homeless, the whole day.
Awesome.
So like our normal customers will come in and like we see you every Friday morning at 5 o'clock to come get your croissant before work or whatever, you know. But when the homeless come in, like, hey, it's Friday, right? It's like, yeah, come on in, bro.
Yeah.
Sit down. Here, what can we? It's free for you all day. It's not the one meal neither. Like if you want to sit there and watch Nickelodeon on TV while you and sit there all day and chill with us from open to close, by all means, post up.
wow?
You know.
Yeah, I hear you, man. You know, like that's one thing about here. You know, we talked about this on a few episodes. Is like, you know, this out here in the high desert, there's like a certain mindset that's out here. A lot of it is like they gotta kind of see it to believe it.
Yes.
Like, you know, like to earn a following or a fan base out here in the desert is hard. You know this.
Yes,
Because
unless you're buying it. Like,
yeah, like you got to be like doing something like extravagant to then be like, oh, I support you. But like if you come out with a new business or a new movement, clothing line, they're kind of like, they want to see it pop off first, then they'll support you.
Right.
So that's why, like, that's what this show represents. It represents people who have earned a following, have earned a reputation, who have earned, you know, the credentials throughout the years. You know, they have a following. You know what I mean? Because I know how hard it is.
Those of us who it wasn't given to us.
Yes, no, out here there's nothing given to us out here.
No.
You know what I mean?
for it.
Everything out here, we have to work for it. And we got to work hard, and we got to prove everybody wrong. We got to prove them. See, I told you I was going to do this. See, didn't I say?
Yeah.
Like you said, I told you I was going to be on Food Network.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here you're here.
Yeah, well, and that was one of the most exciting things. Like, you know, like right away, I was super excited to tell Zoe, you know, and then she was super excited to tell me what I was going to do when I win. So I was like, okay, cool. But like right away, I thought to myself, like, man, I can't wait to post this because like everybody who said it's just a stupid Facebook group. I'm like, of course it's just a stupid Facebook group. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, what about in December when we go out and feed 250 homeless people in one day in a matter of 7 hours? You know, it's just a stupid Facebook group. Or how about during the summer when we go and that stupid Facebook group goes out and we do like backpacks and mics, you know what I mean? Or we go out and we do like a skate competition in the middle of the park for no reason at all.
For no reason.
For
just
no
showing
reason.
up.
Yeah.
Why? Because we were those kids and we were like, man, it'd be really cool if something like that happened to us.
Yeah.
You know, like,
He said it right there. You know,
Yes.
like me, man, like I do a lot of stuff for the community. I give a lot, you know, I give back a lot. And a lot of it was because of that reason right there. I remember growing up not seeing too many things. I would see it from like churches and like schools.
But we would
Yeah.
see
But
see
I
it
wanted
on
to see-
shows on TV too.
Right,
Like,
but,
man, like,
but I
oh,
want to
look
see
at
it from
this.
people like us, like younger people. I wanted to see, so that's where we kind of came in
Yeah.
and started doing things like that. So let's talk about that real quick. You've done a lot of things for the community.
Man.
Let's talk Kick Push right now.
Okay.
Okay, let's get into Kick Push event. Break it down, what it is,
Okay.
where it came from, and how it started, and what we got planned for Kick Push.
So Zoe Grace isn't the only one that has that mentality. So Maximus, little gladiator.
Your son?
Maximus, my son. Yep. So he was 11. He was 11 at the time. And he had this really cool idea. He wanted to throw his birthday party at the skate park. So I'm like, okay, cool. He goes, what would be really cool is if we could throw a competition for the kids and like make it like, it seem like everybody's in a competition and have my birthday at the same time. And he was like, we can do like a Bluetooth speaker or something. And I'm like, well, apparently you don't know who your dad is, So I hit up, this little guy. He's a little guy I know. I've been known for a long time. His name's DJ Jewels. He's like this tall. So I hit a DJ Jewels. I spit it. I was like, hey, like, here's this idea. My boy has this crazy idea, but like, instead of just making it a birthday party, like, do you think maybe we could throw something together and like give back to these kids that used to be us? You know what I mean? Like, he was like, where do you want to do this? I'm like, right in the heart, baby. Like Pebble Beach Park.
Pebble
right?
Beach Park.
Right?
Yes.
Which is Doris Davies?
Doris Day. Well, we know it as Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach
I
Park.
I don't know who Doris Davy is. I don't
No,
know what
it's-
she looks like. I don't know.
Never met her.
I never met a Doris Nutted.
Yeah, I don't know. No Doris.
No Doris. I never even walked through a Doris. So like Pebble Beach Park. He's like,
Yeah.
bro, like let's do this. He was like, and we could like, I was like, just think of it like they aren't gonna make it on X Games. The kids that'll never be able to drive to LA to make it to a competition. Like, and their moms and dads can't pay for the $25 admission entry fee just to watch their kid push off a ramp and crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's okay. So we're just like, hey, did you just drop that ramp? Yeah, here you go, dog. Like, and we showed up and we did burgers, hot dogs, food, live music. I mean, they saw people with microphones
For no
and they were-
reason.
For no reason.
We literally just show up in the middle of the park and we just did all that, and everybody's like,
Yeah, like
What
I
is
said, like
this?
I said, the boy was like, for my birthday, I want to do this for the kids. And I was like, that's it. I'm calling Jewels. Like,
Right.
because like, so first of all, you want to do it where we grew up. Second of all, it's your birthday and you're not thinking of yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
See, he gets
Yeah.
that. He gets that
Yeah.
from
Right.
seeing his dad being
Exactly.
like
because
that. See what
Zoe's
I'm saying?
the same
Like,
thing. I just said $25,000 instead of saying I can finally get that pony. Like, she was just like, oh, the homeless.
Yeah.
She's immediately not thinking about herself. So Kick Push, it was one of our things that we kicked off right away.
Yeah,
right?
and we were like shocked how like good it turned out so
the
fast.
first time,
The first one was cool. The second one I think was even better.
better.
You know, and then we want to do the next one even because me and you always say the same. What do we always say after we do an event together? We always go, "Man, that was dope,"
but next year's gonna
next
be
year gonna be better.
next year's gonna be even better.
we always say that. We're like, next one's gonna be
We
bigger
top
and
it,
better.
We top it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why it always worked because we're always trying to outdo the last one.
yeah.
You know, and it just pays, man. When you see the kids like had a good time and they're walking away with free stuff, and they
Bro,
they,
and we
they go to their
sucked.
parents and they're like, "Look what I got today."
And we sucked that first time, bro. Like, we were trying to take turns. Like, who's gonna mic and judge this skate competition? I don't even know how to skate, bro. I'm like, did you skate? I'm like,
Oh, I never skated in my life.
I BMX. And he's like, okay. I'm like, so what do you do? I'm like, I don't even know what the tricks are called, bro. I just went like,
I only played Tony Hawk Pro Skater on PlayStation. That was about it.
and I cheated. I used the all rail, the all grinds the whole time. So I never fell. Like,
that was all I
but
did.
like,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
so we were
saying?
like, I mean, we made it happen.
Yeah.
We had we had you out there. We had like Deadlock out there.
Deadlock was out there. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Deadlock, man. But he was out there standing in the middle of the half pipe,
Right.
and kids were
Mike Storm.
around him. Mike Storm, boom, showed up right on the flyer.
My
Mike
nephew,
Storm
my nephew
invited him.
Jaden performed.
Yes, he
So
did.
Yeah.
that was the next year we
The,
did
the second one.
we did
That was the second one.
Storm, J-So. We did, I mean, bro, we had like in it, and then we're throwing my son's music in the mix, just like throughout intermissions and stuff. And I mean, we even gave out his merch. Like Jewels bought all my son's merch because we were running out of giveaways. And he's like, we need something to give away, bro. Like, we already did the trucks, the wheels, and we still got like 2 more competitions. Like, mind you, we did the first one was like, just go out there and ride and we'll give you stuff, you know, and then we
Yeah.
handed out free burgers and
Yeah.
the ice cream truck. We had
Ice
the
cream truck came,
too.
yeah.
So we had like frozen ice, frozen yogurt, and all this stuff. Well, so this time we're like, nah. We're all gonna bring something. Like, so we had a pro skater show up, and we had boards,
Nice.
decks, wheels, shirts, everything. And then Joel's is like, we're running out of stuff. hey, Gladiator, how much you selling all your shirts for? And he was like, why? He was like, I'm running out of stuff. Let's give out all your merch. He's like, all right. He was like, cool. He was like, you know what? Here's $100.
I bought it. Yeah, bought the
He
merch.
boom,
So he got
bought
that,
all the
here,
merch. He was like,
free giveaways.
He was like, here, now you go out there and hand out your merch like we did. And he was like, okay. So the kids were just giving out giveaways. So I was like, but see, he gave to a young up and coming, and my son gave out to all the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we all push, and that's what it's the same thing with the food album is. We all
Love
sit
it.
there and we push and push. It's like, hey, bro, you did that, but try that again.
See,
And when you learn that principle of being a giver, you get blessed.
Yes. Yes.
Not
Ain't that the
even, not
truth?
even like doing it just because you want something in return. When you do it from your heart.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
You can't do it because like for example, like I said, I want to be the light.
Yeah.
Like even if you're having a dark day and you go on there and just look and see what Mikey's crazy ass is doing one day. You know what I mean? Like I want to be that person. I
Right.
just want to be that light, that smile. Why? Just because I want to. It's not because I'm looking to hopefully like somebody will be my smile one day. Like, you know, like I don't want nothing else out of it. I don't want
Yeah.
nothing else out of it except to know that even when I pass away, I might not have reached 7 billion people that I changed or 7 billion smiles that I made. But even if I made 100, you know, when I pass away, I made that difference.
You know, it's crazy when we do events like that, and because you don't, it could be a hit or a miss. Sometimes you don't know if it's going to be very successful. You don't know if it's going to be a couple. But you know what's crazy about when you give back, even if you were able just to bless one kid, if one kid was able to go away with something, you accomplished.
Yeah.
You accomplished what the task.
Exactly. Do you remember I was okay? So when we show up to this kick push event, there ain't nothing. None of these kids got flyers. There's no
We just showed up.
there's no posters. They didn't see it on Facebook or Instagram or nothing. So our people know. So like we're bringing the people that do see on social media. But when we show up in the middle of summer when the skate park is packed, you know, and they have no idea we're coming, and we just take over the park. And they just went from like spending like a Wednesday away from mom and dad because they said we could to like they run home, tell mom and dad, they come back and they're like, they even got free food. It's not free. Yeah, it is. He's
Everything's
right.
free.
No, he's right. We told him it's free. And they're like, wait, we're like, no. Go get a t-shirt and check that out and go get a burger and a hot dog and everything. And then they got frozen yogurt and they're like, it's all free. And we're like, no, it's all free. Like, why are you guys doing this? Because we grew up here. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like,
I mean, think about it. Like Queen G, like if you were a kid, right? Like back then, and just every once in a while, somebody would just come and just free everything.
Actually, I was that kid.
Really?
My mom was a single mom. So I know how where we grew up in South Almani. So we lived with our grandparents, you know. So we would always be at all the community events. You know, growing up, it was kind of embarrassing. So I know how it feels.
yeah.
But we got blessed with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why, like, for me personally, I was taught how to be a giver.
Yeah.
You know, my grandpa the same way too taught me. He was like my father. He passed away last year. But when you're taught a certain way and you're taught how to be a giver, I'm telling you, you don't know it could, like you said, it's just that one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
I
right
love
there.
that. I
the
love
impact.
outreach.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it kills me sometimes when I hear people say like, yeah, but you know, like you don't have this right now, or you know, you're struggling on that right now. Like, why are you even doing this or whatever? I'm like, I'm telling you right now, like, okay, we do that the other event, the homeless event. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, like I have no dollars, and this thing's like a week away, and then suddenly, after I paid all my bills, and I don't need no dollars. Why did like, you know, like all of a sudden I got like, you know, the bank was like, oops, bank error in your favor, like Monopoly. And like all of a sudden you got $200. Oh, and the same day sleeping bags at Walmart are only $2. Like, okay, guess what? I went and bought all 100 sleeping bags.
Yeah.
Like instantly he gives me what I need to make sure I follow through with that. Because out of anything else, I want to be a good dad and I want to be that smile. Like, you know, so he makes sure I have it right when I need that. You
See,
know?
this is I really hope that, like, you know, you get super far and you win this thing. But at the same time, I really hope when you do,
Yes.
When you do.
when you do,
Yeah.
I hope that they really tap into that.
Yes.
What you do, like as far as like, you know, we talk personality, but more of that, like your why and those things, because I would like them to focus on, like, you know, the things you cook up, and that's dope, of course.
Yeah.
But I really want the world to see more of that.
And that's the whole thing. Like Zoe says, like when you win, you know? And so I go on there and just right off the bat, day one, voting, I told them in the videos, I'm not even out there to win this for me. I don't want, it says Michael Quick on there, but I'm not going with that. I'm going for the food album. I'm going because the food album goes out and makes a difference. The food album is a big family. We're going to go out there and I'm going to get hit. Because what happens to people that win like American Idol or like these Food Network shows? Their first place winner, they get the title, they got all the fancy smashy stuff. And then the second place guy or the third place guy
Blows up.
is the one that gets the show.
Yeah.
There's one on Netflix like, what's up? I'm right here and we're going to go barbecuing in this car. Like, da-da-da-da. Like, so that's what I want.
Yeah, there's really no loser and stuff
No.
like that.
No,
Like
I'd
especially if you
rather
know
get-
how to push it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd rather get the exposure on the food album
And utilize
not
it.
for me. I don't want the exposure. I don't want nobody bothering me. That's for damn sure. You know, like I don't want that. It ain't me. But what I want you to do is the exposure for the food album because everything we do is through that group. And because we make it like, hey, the members in this group are going to come together and meet at the park and go feed these people. We're going to meet at the park and it's about food. We're going to go do this barbecue. And when we win, we're going to give it over here. And we're going to do charity. I'm going to turn it into a big, giant family charity giving thing. Like
Wow.
it's just going to be this giant ball of world change. Like,
That's-
so
that's
like
crazy.
if I do, if because I know I'm going to win, but if I don't
Yes.
win, I'm going to win anyway.
You still
You're a
win.
winner.
Just the fact that just the fact that you have to see me, and then you're going to get to know what I actually do.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
I'm gonna win anyway because
Yeah.
then you're gonna see what I'm gonna be, and it's good, and that's what's contagious.
Yeah.
And nobody thinks about that either.
Mm.
It's not just that personality or that like the starving food or whatever. The part that's contagious is like the giving. I mean, like think about like that first time we ever did an event together. You're like, yeah, Mike, I'm down. Thanks for inviting me, dog. Like I'm all
Yeah.
right for sure. And we went through. Bro, you caught fire.
Yeah.
We're like, no, I'm doing this.
Like,
And,
let's do this now.
it
Let's do
again.
that.
Let's
Let's
do
do
that.
this.
Let's do that. Yeah. And we've been rolling since.
Let's go back. We brought it up a few times about this homeless event, but let's really talk about it.
That's our baby, bro.
This one is, like you said, this is the
This is
baby.
This is the baby.
How long?
Ooh, there they are. Hey, you're back. How about that? Yeah.
So when did the idea of that come, and how did it come together? How long has it been?
Okay.
How many?
So this year will be our 6th year. So we've been running it 5 years strong. The very first year was Danielle Aguilar.
Shout out to Danielle.
Danielle Aguilar. It's my sister. It's my little baby sister. She's my sister and God and everything, bro. Like she's a powerful being, man. When you stand next to her, something, bro. I'm telling you, she's crazy powerful. Okay?
Wow.
And she's just a little mom working at like at the pizza place or like around the neighborhood or whatever. Like she just and you wouldn't think nothing of it, but man, you go stand next to her in the middle of the line of Food for Less, you're like, hey, hi, like like you instantly want to like pray for forgiveness, start your confession, like everything. But so I started with her first, and she was like, hey, like she joined the food album, okay, and I was like, hey man, like us in the food album, this is you literally. I mean, I'm talking like this is maybe 4 months into me starting the food album with Xavier Blakely, okay. And we were just posting food because we just wanted one, like you said, like a group place to just post your food. So me and Xavier Blakely started it, and it was just him and I. And then we had a couple more friends, and then a couple more friends, and we were up to like 100 friends, and then we were up to like 1,000 friends. Well, within those 4 months, Danielle joined, and I was like, man, we're looking for something to do. We want to do something big, like a food album barbecue or a food album something where we get together and we all do like a potluck and like bring food to each other. And she reached out. She's like, it's kind of on topic, but me and a few friends do this other thing with Made for Mercy. I'm like, okay, what's Made for Mercy? She's like, literally just me and a group of girlfriends. And like, we made our own group and we go and we feed the homeless. And I'm like, when? How?
Like that's
Like, that's it. Like, you came out of the first thing. Hey, we want to do like all this fun stuff. Let me know if it's about food. Da 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 da. First comment, bam, Danielle Aguilar. We feed the homeless, and I was like, there they are again. Like I'm not even lying, bro.
Yeah.
You
I
can't.
know, I see it.
You know you're not lying, dog.
Yeah,
when
I
that
see it.
happens, those are true stories right there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so, I knew right away that was the calling. So I
Wow.
was like, that's the thing I need to go do. So I got with her. She's like, we do it like we do it the weekend after Black Friday or whatever. And we just take all of our leftovers from Thanksgiving. That's how it started, bro. Just the leftovers from Thanksgiving, casserole dishes and like cans of stuff. And like, cause I mean, like they can't cook out there.
Yeah.
You know? So we like opened them up and we got the little heater tray thingies with the little blue candle thing and like the tray and like whatever. But then we got paper plates and tinfoil because it's cold in November. So we're like making plates and we're slapping together some Capri Suns and everything. And it started with like 4 fold out tables, like 6 ladies, me and my kids and a couple friends. and it was huge. And I was like, you know what we should do? We should get like some clothes together, like empty out our garages and like maybe
Jackets.
just jackets and blankets and stuff, like, and just go give it with this food. And she's like, that'd be great. So we did that. And then literally the next year, I told this guy, I was like, look, bro, like, he's like, man, I would love to do something like that. Like, you know, I saw it on your food album. Like, what was it that you did? What were you out there doing? And I was like, bro, we just got together a bunch of friends and like brought our leftovers from Thanksgiving, dog, and like put it on paper plates and handed it to people. And I was like, we fed the homeless and gave them blankets and stuff. He was like, bro, what did that feel like? I'm like, dude, you have no idea. Like, he's like, I'm in. And I was like, he's like, you should do it next year. I'm like, well, we were talking about it. Like, he was like, no. Start talking about it right now. Like, I know it's December, but like, you need to start talking about it right now.
Yeah, do it bigger.
And we're going to
Well,
do it.
let me
do
know
it
because
again.
I'm in.
Yeah. Oh, you just already know this thing's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, so like, yeah, we're but like, I told him right away, and so like literally the next year, he joined us, and then so did somebody else, and then somebody else had like the Girl Scout troop, and so we started talking about it, and it kept coming up on memories like throughout the year, and by then it grew 3 times in size. You know, so one of the first things we did was Fries Galore. So Fries Galore, I mean, like they saw it, and they're like, right away, he reached out to me. He's like, bro, I saw what you did, you know? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you went and fed the homeless. I'm like, yeah. He goes, we're in. And I was like, what you doing? He was like, no. He goes, count us in. I'll give out 150 trays. Yeah, I'm just gonna just straight like write them off, whatever, donate them, whatever. Donated 150 trays of fries. I was like, which ones? Like, what can I tell him? He was like, I don't care. It's on the truck. Just tell him pick something. And he was like, I'll do 150 of them in that many hours, and then I'm gonna have to bounce. And I was like, okay. He's like, bro, I'm in. Count me in.
Wow.
You know, so Fries. That was Hector.
Hector.
Yep. Hector was like he jumped on it.
Shout out to
and
Fries Galore.
Yeah, they-
I see them everywhere.
everywhere. I try to see him every Thursday. every
love
Thursday.
Papas.
Every
They're
Thursday
good
morning.
people. Real,
Yeah.
real good people, man.
But yeah. So Fries Galore was like, I'm on it. So like that next year, there was like DJ Jewels. He was like, well, let's go, bro. Like, so I'm like, what are you gonna do? He's like, bro, I'm gonna bring tacos. I was like, all right. So we had like tacos and fries. It's like, okay, cool. So everybody's like, what do we do about? Let's do drinks. All right, cool. And he's like,
Coffee, donuts.
Jewels is like, well, so you guys just do like blankets. He was like, why don't we just tell him, just like, we'll just make drop off spots. Like, I'll drop off. I'll like bring my truck full. Like, and we bring this.
Yeah,
like,
people would just come and just drop off
bags of clothes.
bags of clothes or food, or it was just like
yeah. So we had
hygiene kits,
hygiene
Oh, yeah.
kits. Yes,
dog
yes.
food.
So-
People were dropping off dog food for the homeless. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
So
it was.
we started like the next year was big. The next year was a big hit, and then that's when I dressed up as the Grinch, of course. You know, that's what I was telling our boy Spider-Man.
The green.
Like, I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I love this because the Grinch shows up to the homeless event, and it's for the kids, you know. And so the Grinch shows up, and it's always a good time. It only lasts about 20 minutes, but because I can't breathe, so but it's still something. But so the following year, like this, is literally the 3rd year now, right? My boy Mike Storm catches on. Bam, he's like, yo. Was that DJ Jewels out there? Like, yeah, he's like, no, count me in. You know, I was like, oh, here we go. Then the next food truck was like, it was Las Tres Marias.
Yes.
The next food
Oh,
truck was like, hey,
fire.
so are you having Fries Galore? I'm like, he can't do it this next year. He was like, count us in. And I was like, okay, so now we got Jewels, Storm, like another food truck. Pops came out, played the bongos. And then
Yep.
we had 2 more people come out. It was that other kitchen. We had another kitchen group come out from the food album. They saw it on the food album. Like, hey, so what are we doing food? Like, you guys need more food? I'm like, I am never gonna say don't show up with food. Like, they're like, no. We make all it was like the fried chicken and the collard greens and the cream corn and the like all that. So they're like, no, I was like, bring food. But these right? So then these people, then another one of our
I'm
members.
on Grubhub real quick.
Yeah. Hold on,
Drop
quick. No, you're like,
Funny, man. Well, before we let you go, please plug everybody in. Let them know about the whole competition thing. Where can they vote? How can they do it? Like break it all down. We want to see you at the top, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna meet everybody at the top. You know, they're gonna go top 5, top 15, top 20, top 15, top 10, top 5. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the very, very top. You know, so the best way to get me there, so that way, like we can all rep the benefits of this. You know, the easiest way is on Facebook. So on Facebook, you'll see Favorite Chef. You know what I mean? You can go on favoritechef.com and find your favorite chef or whatever, type in a name or something. But on Facebook, it's like favoritechef.com/2024/Michael-Quick. Like, and that's my. It's because I literally do.
I was like, wow, I can't remember a link to save my life.
I mean, like, you really want it's that http://www. Like, no, but it's that favoritechef.com/2024/Michael-Quick. That'll shoot you straight to my link.
Okay.
But it's all over everything. Everything.
Okay.
Everything. It's on everything right now on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, it's every social media. You'll see my face. Like,
Please read the description on this YouTube video. All the links are going to be there.
Yeah.
Vote for this guy. We want to see this guy win because, like you said, he ain't doing it just for himself.
Nope.
He's doing it for the people. He's doing it for the community. He's doing it just to,
you want
please
something
vote.
bigger. Get on that hashtag food album. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
please.
It's
Food
not
album.
just a group.
Join
it's a family.
the family. Join the family. It's fun. It's cool. It's positive. Who doesn't like food?
Yeah. That's
I
what
mean,
brings people together.
Out of all the
Who doesn't-
cultures,
who
all the
doesn't like-
races, there's one thing we all got in common
Yeah,
is we all love to eat.
Yep.
exactly.
We all love food.
You know, and that's the one thing the Chop Shop and the food album have in common. The same thing we just did today, right here, is what we do on the group all day long. We just sit here, we chop
There
it
it
up
is.
about food, and it's laughter, it's positivity, it's movement, it's world change. People like that's what
Man,
it's
let's
about.
clap it up for Michael Quick.
You know, let's go, baby.
Thank you for coming, bro. Oh man, thank you so much because I've been wanting to have you on this.
Bro, this is
you know.
36 years in a running, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's about time.
Everybody, stay tuned. We got plenty of more episodes coming.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, do the damn thing. Peace.